Today's news.
CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. A downshift in the jobs market. This past hour, the Labor Department released its April report, and it shows hiring down to a much lower than expected 175,000. The jobless rate was up from 3.8% to 3.9%. But Bankrate's Mark Hamrick says it's still nothing to sneeze at.
The nation's unemployment rate has remained below 4% since January 2022, the longest such stretch since the late 1960s.
Dow futures ahead, 491. The second week of former President Trump's hush money trial wraps up today after jurors heard lawyer Keith Davidson and his negotiations with former Trump attorney Michael Cohen and the National Enquirer. CBS's Robert Costa is at the courthouse in New York.
Trump's lawyers tried to paint Davidson as a serial extortionist of celebrities, citing alleged deals related to Lindsay Lohan, Charlie Sheen, and Hulk Hogan, and said he did the same with Trump.
Former White House aide Hope Hicks could take the stand as early as today. More crackdowns at pro-Palestinian protests on college campuses. Police in Oregon have ended the occupation of a library at Portland State for the second time this week and made 8 arrests. WCCO Steve Simpson on the University of Minnesota.
Protest organizers met with interim President Jeff Ettinger yesterday. This morning, Ettinger says the group has agreed to not interfere with graduation ceremonies or finals week activities. In addition, he says there's a framework in place to have the encampment taken down by the protesters, but that's not yet been confirmed. Ettinger says they'll have an opportunity to address the Board of Regents.
Similar compromises made at Northwestern, Rutgers, and Brown universities. Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan severed trade with Israel today. The BBC's Yolande Nell.
There had been restrictions put in recent months on certain goods, but now all imports and exports were being banned, he said, until there was a permanent ceasefire to end the war in Gaza and a secure flow of humanitarian aid to go into Gaza as well.
TikTok's assuring advertisers it won't be going away anytime soon. Last night, a company exec told Hundred it will fight a looming ban on the app in court. Last month, President Biden signed a bill into law that will ban it in the U.S. if its Chinese owner ByteDance can't or won't find a buyer within a year. Blast off in China. The country launched a lunar probe to land on the far side of the moon, one we never get to see on this side of Earth. The goal is to return home with samples that could provide clues on the differences between the two sides. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. Today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dashcam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 49 degrees in Oakland, California.